Okay, this week I wanted to tell you about a study that we've done. So we gathered together 25 clients and one personal trainer. And what we wanted to test is speed within the purchasing time of buying personal training. Because it's all very good and you're following in the footsteps of, or standing on the shoulders of giants, I should say. But it's when you can get that primary data for yourself, all of a sudden you realize not just why it's important, but how to be effective at it, how to be effective at buying and selling something. Because, all these Goliaths of industry, I always reference Amazon because they were the ones to come up with the one-click purchase. They've all been running this rapid purchasing frictionless processing for a while, but we really wanted to do it ourselves because personal training is a very outdated industry when it comes to the buying and selling mechanics of it. So we gathered together these 25 clients, or prospective clients I should say, and we put them in two groups. We had group 1 and group 2. So group 1, we made it so it took 60 seconds or less for them to go from showing interest to actually purchasing the service from the trainer. Now, the service that we were selling was a monthly subscription to the personal trainer for $200, and it's basically just some online coaching with weekly check-ins. And we got the other half, the other batch of clients, and we made it deliberately annoying. We made it take up to 10 minutes for them to go through the system, from showing interest to purchasing the actual product. Now, both of these groups got exactly the same trainer, exactly the same product, exactly the same service. The only difference was the time it took to go from showing interest into buying. And the results really were quite remarkable. We found that people who were in group 1, where it took a minute or less to purchase, they were 85% more satisfied with the purchase which they had made. 85% more satisfied. Now, it's interesting because what we did, obviously we had the quantitative data and we had the qualitative. So we sat down with some of the clients afterwards and asked them why. And interestingly enough, they actually just referenced previous buying experiences that they had, and how those previous experiences had actually deterred them from making the step into buying personal training at all. Now, that tells us something remarkable. That tells us that the demand for personal training is way higher than it currently is, because at the moment personal training is such a drain on your energy and on your batteries to go off and buy. You have to, at the moment, you don't know how to contact them, you don't know where they are, you don't know who you're looking for, you don't know how to qualify who's good and who's not good. And then there's all the back and forth over DMs, there's all the dodgy payment links, there's the intro calls, there's this, there's that, there's the forms. At the moment, buying personal training, if anything, the personal training should have to pay the client for them, because the amount of admin that clients have to do in order to get access to their skill, to the personal trainer's skills and knowledge, is exceptionally high, and it shouldn't be. And I think we've been presented with a remarkable opportunity to, as I said earlier, stand on the shoulders of giants by building in some of the foundational elements of what make some of the great products great, including the speed at which you can do a transaction, implementing those within an established industry. And then you'll have that 85% of clients who were satisfied. You'll then see that reflected over an increased demand for personal training throughout the entirety of the industry. So this is a really exciting study that we ran, and I think it's indicative of the direction that we're going in, which is to make personal training effortless. So if you are a personal trainer and you happen to be watching this, I would implore for you to reach out to us, and we'd love to work with you. We are launching our own products soon in the next month or so. Very, very simple tool, but it capitalizes based off of this research that we're doing. That's the reason why we're doing this research. We're not just doing this for the sake of it. We're doing this because we want to make access to your services better so more people can get healthy and you can make more money. Done. Yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Goodbye.